What's up, guys? How you guys doing? This is Ray. Welcome to video 2 of Tips and Tricks. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to repair a dust cap. Now, as you can see, I'm working with my KRK. So here's what happened. I have a 3-year-old, likes to touch, wasn't looking, he popped it right in. And unfortunately, this speaker's not like regular speakers. So you can put a little bit of tape, pop it right out, and you're good to go. The dust cap is pretty hard here, so putting in a needle or stuff like that, like some people suggest online, isn't the way to go. You will rip the dust cap right in the middle. You might pop it out, but then you're gonna have that huge hole. It's gonna look ugly. Then you're gonna have to take off the whole dust cap. Your speaker will work the same. You don't need the dust cap. It's not gonna affect the sound. But it's gonna look kind of ugly. You're gonna go out there, replace the speaker, $60, $70 just for a replacement. So the method I use in this video is pretty dangerous as well. So if you do it, mess up your speaker, guess what? Don't blame me. I'm just showing you what worked for me. Right now I'm gonna remove the front cover. As you can see, I'm using a handheld drill. It's a very lightweight tool. It isn't going to strip the screws. So you gotta be very careful about that. Now, once you take out all the screws, you wanna use something like a guitar pick. That's what I'm using here to remove the front cover. Don't use a screwdriver. Don't use anything that's gonna damage the actual cabinet of the speaker. You don't want that. So when you finally take off the cover, be very careful. There are 2 wires connected to the tweeter. You don't want to pull. You don't want to damage anything. So I'm gonna move the speaker a little bit to the side. Check it out. See, there's not a lot of room there, so you want to disconnect the tweeters. So the cool thing is the positive and negative only go in one way. So when you're putting everything back, there's no room for error. So the next thing, removing the actual speaker itself, the actual woofer. And it's a Phillips, 4 screws. And we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna use that same guitar pick, take the speaker out. If you don't have a tool like a pick to take the speaker out, you can always open the back of the speaker, push with your hands. Just make sure it's off and unplugged. So the speaker's finally out, disconnect the wires. And now comes the fun part. The tool that I'm using here is SMD rework station. I do a lot of electronic work. This tool isn't necessary to do this job. I just used it because you can control the temperatures. I have it between 140 to 150 Cs. Now, if you don't have one of these, you can use a hair blower. The reason you see me going in circles, I'm not concentrating the heat on one specific spot. If I were to do that, I would ruin the dust cap. So I just keep going like that in circles, left, right. There are 2 reasons why I keep touching the speaker. The first one, I'm checking the overall heat of the speaker. I don't want to ruin the speaker. The second thing is I'm checking the dust cap. Remember, the dust cap is a pretty hard material, so with the heat, it's going to get soft. And that's what's going to allow me to take it out. This is the part of the video where I must warn you. What I did, I used a vacuum. Once the dust cap got soft, pulled it out with the vacuum. You can use duct tape, but duct tape can also rip your dust cap out. I still prefer these methods than using a needle. So that's the reason why the vacuum is a pretty dangerous thing. Although the duct tape can cause the same thing, you can actually rip off the whole dust cap. But it's no biggie. If you do, just take a little bit of glue and glue it back on, and no problem, as long as you don't physically damage the speaker. As you can see, I took some pictures afterwards, and check it out. It looks brand new again. So when trying something like this, always take precautions. Yes, I used the vacuum. I used a powerful vacuum at that. You can use a low-powered vacuum, might work better. But as you can see, the results, perfect. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Press that subscribe button on your screen. And if you want to watch my previous video, you can click there. This is Ray, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Later, guys.